I'm going to show you a little bit of Fusion 360 here to get you going on the project for those of you that are full remote and it was your only option. Again, your better option if you're full remote is to install Autodesk Inventor 2019. But if you only have a Mac at home, Fusion 360 is your only choice. Now, my Mac is a 2012. It's a bit old, and Fusion 360 it runs on it, but not very well. Um, on any computer, any laptop, your experience is going to be much better if you have a mouse to do the work. It is a pain on a trackpad as compared. Some people get used to it, and that's what they do. But a mouse is much preferred for most people. All right, so definitely looks different than Autodesk Inventor. However, there are a lot of similarities. You can do most of the same stuff. I've discovered some stuff is different. Um, so it's my second take on this video because I had to figure out how to do a few things. Now, when you first open a new project, the default units are probably going to be centimeters. All right. So what you do is this is your model browser over here. You click the little arrow, you go here, and you click change active units. It was set to millimeter. I put it onto inch. Most of the time, this course we're going to use inch. Yes, I know, go metric now, but most of the projects that I already have are inch based in terms of the dimension. So we're going to stick with that for this project. It's not a big deal to change it to millimeters. You just change it to millimeters. But anyhow, all right. So first thing we're going to do is one thing I learned is when you create a sketch, right? So I want to create a sketch on this plane here. And I want to put a picture in here to trace. And usually we would just like insert an image into our sketch. Well, in Fusion 360, it doesn't work like that. When you hit insert, you can insert a design element, um, and it shows in the design. You can insert a decal. That's kind of cool, actually. It puts um, an image onto your model, which makes it look cool. You can wrap it to the face or anything. It's pretty neat. Canvas. This is what I did here. It puts it in there, but it doesn't actually put it in the sketch. So you hit canvas. You have to go insert from my computer. Apparently, the default is to try to get stuff out of some admin account. Now, the trick is, so you click that, then you have to select which plane you want to put it in. Now, this sketch has a scale on it. I can see this is only like 1 inch tall, right? Not even. Um, it's it's very small. I want this to be at least 3 inches when I trace it. You don't type it in here. These are X distances, Y distance. You can go over here to this menu that popped up here, and you can, if you scroll down here, you can see some of the other things, and they're all distances. You don't need to change any of those. It's not letting me scroll down for some reason. I don't know what's going on there. Touchpad. There we go. You can scale it. So if you know how big it is, you can scale the whole thing. But I wasn't sure how big it was when I first placed it in here. So I'm just going to leave it. Hit OK. It's in there now. What you can do is over here in your browser, you go to download. That's the image that's in there. You right click on it. And you can do calibrate. Now, calibrate, we got to get in a view where we can actually see it. All right, I'm going to zoom in here. This is touchpad. I'm trying to make you would zoom on your cell phone. So what you do is I'm going to go from, see, it won't snap to anything here, which is kind of annoying. But I'm going to go from here to, actually, you know what I should do? Escape. I'm going to do that again. Ready? When I right click on this, I'm going to calibrate. I want the circle. So I'm going to click one side of the circle and the other, approximately the other side of the circle. I'm going to make that 3.0 inches. That scaled the whole thing up. All right. So now I can start doing my tracing. I'm in the sketch. In fact, if you look at your browser, the canvas, that image we put in there, is separate from the sketch. And in some ways, that does kind of make sense, because we're drawing on top of this a lot. Um, Pro level tip: if you click the middle mouse button or the scroll wheel, when you move your cursor, it moves the whole thing. I knew there was a way to do that. I couldn't remember that. So now we're going to start tracing. I had somebody ask me about how to do dimensions in here. They don't see it. It's right here. It's not over here like it is in Inventor. Here it is right here. We got a dimension. So one of the first things you want to do if you open up Fusion 360 is probably get familiar with different options. We got line, 2-point rectangle, center circle. We've got our fit point spline. We've got mirror, dimensions. There's going to be more down here too if you hit this. All different kinds of stuff. Rectangles, different options. These are all your different options of the different things you can draw. Splines, there's our fit point and control point. It depends which one you like. Patterning, sketch dimensions. Kind of an interesting thing, because you have to dimension so much, there's a hotkey for it. If you hit D on the keyboard, it automatically makes your cursor dimension, and you hit escape to get off it. So let me draw a circle. Oh, the grid snapping's on, which is, it's kind of interesting the way that works. If you're drawing something from scratch, probably be pretty helpful because keep your increments pretty even. But when you're doing something not from scratch, it's not the best. So I'm going to just draw the outer rim of this drawing. Okay, I'm going to hit finish sketch. All right, didn't change my view like the other version. So the sketch is there. It's a little hard to see. I'm going to extrude it now. Extrude. I do like how obvious this makes what you are selecting. That's actually pretty nice. So I'm going to extrude that up. All right, and it's basically the same way as the other one. We're going to stand at a distance. Here's the dimension. It's not in the box. Oh, there it is in the box too. I take that back. So we're going to make it 0.5 inches. It's going to be new body, new solid, that way. Hit OK. Sketch doesn't disappear either. Well, I guess the sketch did, but since the canvas is separate from the sketch, it stays. I'm going to do another extrusion. Let's see if it'll bring that sketch back up. No. All right. So I got to make that sketch visible again. So this is kind of cool. You don't have to right click to do visibility. You can just click that little eye next to it. I do like that feature. That's pretty cool. I click that little eye, and that makes it visible again. And I can do it while I'm still in the extrude mode, which is kind of nice. So I can extrude that up now, 0.1 inches, say. All right, it's a join, so that's how you select different things. New body, that's really interesting. We call it new solid in Inventor, and that's something that people will learn about in the future, but in engineering too, more than likely. Hit OK. Hit OK here. Now we got solid in there. Now, the view of this appears to be this canvas kind of shines through everything. I don't know. Let me look here if there's a way to change our view here. I don't know. Sheet metal. Someday I gotta learn about the sheet metal. Must be a way to change the view. Okay, pan, zoom. Oh, there's the zoom. I was looking for that. Display settings. Let's see what that says. Visual style. There we go. Shaded with visible edges only. That's actually what I like. Shaded with visible edges. Let me make this canvas disappear for a minute. All right, there's a better look at my model. I'm actually gonna make that sketch disappear as well. All right, that's awesome. I really like that eye. In fact, if you turn off the bodies, though, you don't have anything. I really like that for turning the visibility on and off. Cool, and there's the start to our model. I can bring the visibility back, the canvas, if I want to continue tracing stuff, right? So I'm going to go back into sketch one. Uh-oh, I can't see my canvas. Where'd it go? Uh-oh, I'm going to have to figure that one out. Canvas should be in there. Let me hit finish sketch. All right, there's the canvas there. Now, perhaps I just need to start a new sketch. So if I go back into this sketch, the canvas disappears. But it's got to be somewhere. It's not gone. That's bizarre. I thought that canvas would stay there the whole time. Anyway, I guess what you would want to do is start in just another new sketch. Now, I hope, man, I wonder if that happens only once you extrude it or not. I'll have to run an experiment with that. Like if you're halfway through sketching something and you exit out of the sketch, I would hope that if you went back and did it again, you'd be able to do it. Come on, let me select that plane. Why is it not? Let me select this plane. All right, there we go. So now we can go back in, do some more tracing. So the Brothers logo is actually kind of hard. I've had kids do it over the year. It is fairly challenging. A lot of splines, straight lines. It all depends how you want to do it. I've done it before, one piece at a time. Um, you know, it's not snapping to the grid, which is good. I guess I turn that off. Must have, you know, just gonna do straight lines for this part. Starting to want to snap to things, so I'm gonna hold down Control. Yeah, that still works. Control still prevents snapping. It snaps too much. All right, I'm just gonna do this part and then extrude it for you, just so you can kind of see what's going on. These parts are a little rounded up here, but I'm kind of, well, you know what? All right, let's hit escape. I guess we'll do a little spline action there to get myself. Oh, look at that. That links up nice. That's a good feature. It really didn't give me any option to mess up linking it. That's really nice, actually. Oh, the splining works pretty well. I wonder. Oh, it's getting kind of weird. I should have zoomed in. All right, snap it to it. All right. Oh, I hit escape. I should have hit OK. Anyway, let me just finish that off. I'll do it faster this time, just with some lines. Just want to finish it off quick. All right, finish sketch. Now, if I go back into sketch 2, I hope that canvas stays. It did. It's so bizarre. Sketch 1, canvas disappears. Must have to do with if you've extruded off that sketch before. All right, that's bizarre. I'm learning as I go. Extrude this 0.4 inches. Hit OK. Let's see what we have here. Let's go back to our home view. I wish I did go back to the home view. All right, there's part of the A. Make the canvas invisible so we can see it. There we go. Make the sketch invisible. There we go. Very nice. We're building a model. It's going pretty well. I like it. It looks nice in here. You know, nice shadows and such. All right, that's all I have for you tonight. Hopefully that gets anybody going who's using Fusion 360. Talk to you later.